Hey, this is Dawn Raby, founder of Excellence in Analytics, where we help law enforcement professionals live their best, most healthiest lives. And so we've been talking a little bit about sugar over the last several weeks, that it really doesn't have any nutritional value. We shared some other sugar alternatives for you, like honey and maple syrup and so forth, that you can really build into your lives. But as law enforcement professionals, whether you are on the streets or you are behind a desk in dispatch and crime analysis, you're the chief, you're the lieutenant, the CO on the desk, you know, we're drinking sodas, we're pouring sugar into our bodies. It has zero nutritional value. It's disrupting our energy. We have this increase and then this crash, this increase and then this crash in our energy levels. It causes weight gain, liver damage, inflammation. It causes inflammation throughout the body. And so inflammation is just simply not good for you. Those are the contributors to cancer, to things like rheumatoid arthritis, to different kinds of illnesses that can impact you long term. And quite honestly, as a police officer or as a law enforcement professional, you need to have your A game present. You need to be in good condition. You need them to be afraid of you so that they don't target you as the weak officer in the crew, right? And so we talked a lot about how increasing or decreasing rather your sugar intake can enhance your energy levels, can help your skin look so much younger. Oh my gosh. You know, when people get off sugar, they stop having this drawn look. They stop having this like wrinkly thing going on. They really just look healthier. They're brighter, they're more energized, and it really helps with some weight loss. I know many officers, dispatch, crime analysts, leaders in law enforcement are trying to get into shape, and they're not sure how. They're kind of drinking these energy drinks, and they're not seeing the success that they want, or they see the success and it's only short term. And so how do we get that long-term sustainability? Well, we reduce the insulin spikes in our body. Sometimes we get to a point where we're insulin resistant, right? So we eat so much sugar and processed foods that we become insulin resistant. That means we're not able to properly have that hormone at the right level throughout the day. So we have these spikes, we have this resistance to insulin, and our body continues to make the hormone and help and causes us to really gain weight, right? And so when you reduce your sugar intake, not only do you become stronger, more agile, but your immune system gets better too, right? So your immune system gets better as well. And so, when we are putting good nutrition into our body, when we are fueling ourselves with good food, not sodas and all these really kind of big sugar things, then we're able to optimize our bodies. We're able to optimize our minds, and we can operate more effectively and efficiently. Okay. And so putting good nutrition into our body is just so critical. And what we don't always realize is the amount of sugar we put in our body. We're like, oh, I'll just have that one piece of cake, or I'll just, have that one beer or two beers. The spike that causes in our bodies really creates this long-term inflammatory approach, right? So we're wondering, oh, have you ever heard the saying, I'm getting old and that's what's happening? No, that's not what's happening. What's happening is you are not fueling your body with the food and the nutrition that it needs to operate efficiently and effectively. And so the series that we are putting on at this point is really to help law enforcement specifically, because we're a different breed, right? You're under stress, under pressure. You can't afford to feel tired. So you just want to grab that Snicker bar, or you want to grab that soda or candy bar or whatever it is. And you want to shove it in your mouth. And sometimes we do this with fruit. We put so much fruit in our body because we're like, oh, fruit is healthy, but too much sugar is just not good for you. Your body was not meant that way. Think about the old days, or we kind of pour it like, foraged, right, for our food. So we would pick little pieces and berries and different things and eat it in small amounts. Well, now we have all this fruit and all this candy at the grocery store that it's so available to us that we overconsume. That's not the intention of food. The intention of food is to fuel your body appropriately and effectively. So maybe you're younger and you're saying to yourself, well, I don't really have to worry about that because I'm in good shape and I could eat candy if I want and fuel myself with a bunch of sugar if I want. The reality is you are training your body to be insulin resistant. So when you are a little bit older and some of the things slow down, maybe in your 30s or late 30s, early 40s, maybe even in your 50s, things start to slow down. For men, your testosterone changes, right? For women, your estrogen, there's different hormonal things and different biological things that happen. And when you are eating in a fashion of processed foods, of sugar, I mean, you're at like, the coffee shop and you just grab one of those packs of sugar and dump it in. When you are doing that, you are setting yourself up for future inflammation, if not right now inflammation, right? You are setting yourself up for future disease. You are setting yourself up to fuel. I mean, cancers are fueled by sugar. And so there's some great tools that we're going to share with you. I'm going to pop back on in here, keep a lookout for the next video we're going to do a couple. We're going to do salad dressings that really can ruin a healthy diet because you're pouring all these salad dressings on top. We're also going to do some summer saving tips for you in terms of how to save yourself from those, summer treats that really, quite honestly, get you off schedule. When you become fat adapted, when your sugar levels kind of even out a little bit, your insulin levels even out a little bit, you're not as hungry as you were once before. You don't have the same cravings, and you're operating more effectively. Your brain is working better. You're thinking more clearly. You're able to accomplish and achieve more. You're not sitting at, in your car, in your cruiser, exhausted, being like, when is my shift over? Or you're not sitting in dispatch being like, oh my God, I have such a headache. Or you're not the supervisor who's sitting there being like, can my day be over, right? You are filled with energy when you are fueling your system. You are filled with energy, with light, with positivity, with just like a better sense, the best sense of you. So it's really up to you to fuel your body effectively and efficiently. Now, if you're sitting here right now, I've seen this all the time, right? If you're sitting here right now and you're saying, oh, it's easier said than done. Oh, heck yeah. But once you get there, it's not. It's sustainable. It's valuable to you and your body and your family to have a long life, a long, healthy life. So the other day I was in roll call and, this donut shop who think they're doing nice things, right? They're doing nice things, but they donated this box of donuts. A box of donuts that were sitting in roll call. So when someone who maybe didn't even think that they were going to have a donut that day, maybe they already had a donut, or maybe they had some high fat, or maybe they had a really good breakfast or dinner or whatever, and they're coming in and they see this huge box of donuts. They're like, oh, donuts. That's not helping. Please stop donating donuts to officers. Okay. So it's not helping to have those big donuts right there, or sodas right there. Donate fruit, donate vegetables, donate something that's a little bit healthier, a healthy bar. And we're going to get into some healthy bars that are really a great alternative, particularly for you late night folks who, you just need to stay awake and you want to search for something. So we're going to go over that as well. But the reality is, this is your body. Be 100% there for your body. Show up as your best self and decide that you are going to put into your body those things going to help you operate effectively and efficiently right now, but also in the future. Okay, so stay tuned to our next video where we're going to get into some of those details around specifics that you can do, that you can implement relative to dressings, relative to alternative drinks. We've already done the alternative sugar one, so if you haven't seen that one, go back to the playlist and you'll see some alternative sugar pieces. So you are worth it. Crime analysts, chiefs, supervisors, law enforcement, professionals, dispatch, policymakers, you are worth it. You don't have to be in this crazy, stressful environment that is more stressful when you have lots of sugar. You don't have to be that way. You can live your best life. Stick with us and we will show you how.